Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on which part of the world you are. Greetings from Chile, specifically from Quilpué, my born city, close to Valparaíso and Viña del Mar, the cities and coast where I developed my job of extreme waves and their impacts on the coast. This phenomenon is called marejadas in Latin America, but in Chile got notoriety after big events occurred between 2013 and 2017, which causes several damages in different parts of our country. Even many people think that this phenomenon is new and produced by climatic change, but the truth it is produced from the beginning. In Chile, extreme wave conditions come from three different generation zones. Most usually, swells come from South Pacific with periods rounding 10 to 14 seconds, height in coast between 2 to 6 meters, and southwest direction. Between May to September, seas are formed in from the central and south coast, with periods lower than 8 seconds, coastal height until 6 meters, and variable in coming direction, affecting our country in winter. Finally, swells from the North Pacific arrive between December and February with periods greater than 20 seconds, height rounding 1 or 2 meters and direction from the northwest. These events are very notorious because occur in our summer and for its long duration between 3 to 7 days. The name Marejadas come from the Douglas scale translation and we're usually listen to Navy people to talk about marrizada, marejadilla, and marejada. But the great events of this decade, marejadas term was very used to describe the arrival of extreme waves condition. But observing the way this term has been used, social and structural components are included to describe the phenomenon. So, considering the Chilean population use of the term, marejadas can be defined as the combination of wave and tide that affect the usual socioeconomic activities of a coastal zone and that can cause damage to its infrastructure. Trying to find a translation to English of this Spanish word, marejadas, in 2017 appeared a proposal given by Mitchell Hirley, the term of coastal storm. He defined it as meteorological induced disturbance to the local marine conditions that has the potential to significantly alter the underlying morphology and expose the factor to waves, current, and or inundations. In my opinion, this definition is a very good delimitation that solves many problems related to comparing zones with different relatives importance of weight and tide in coastal processes in different parts of the world. And from this point of view, his definition captured the physics of the phenomena called marejadas in Spanish. However, when human components are not incorporated in the definition because a generalization is needed, points of reference for non-specialist people are removed, reducing its usefulness when communication with general population is required. Consider that I suggest that it's necessary to use the term marejadas when combination of wave and tide affect the usual socioeconomic activities of a coastal zone and can cause damage to its infrastructure. Considering that element, I will talk about marejadas in forward. Marejadas warning in Chile are communicated by the Chilean Navy, considering a regional subdivision for time arrival purpose and indicating maximum significant weight, height, and directional expected. Until 2013, warning didn't distinguish how important the phenomena would be. After that, new classification was incorporated to differentiate potentially destructive events, the term abnormal marejadas. However, the generality of the warning doesn't provide local information. So many times people observe different behavior of wave impacts with the same general warning. This scenario transfer to local population the responsibility to interpret the meaning of the warning considering their own knowledge about some place. In 2017, our School of Ocean Engineering in Universidad de Valparaíso developed a forecast system to evaluate local condition of wave and tide, first in Valparaíso Bay, and after that we were increasing its coverage to other places in our country. This is our team, and the different people have had some participation in the development of this project. And with this tool, we upgrade the knowledge about when and where the extreme waves could impact. But at this point, the how many continue pending because even we obtain all coastal parameters and tide, two equals wave and tide conditions in two different places could produce two completely different coastal impacts depending on its preparation level. With this in mind, and considering that the Chilean experience using earthquake scale, especially the Mercalli scale, an impact scale was developed to facilitate the communication processes about how big marejadas will be. So this presentation is entitled Marejadas Impact Scale for Warning System. A five-level scale was considered, such as Saffir-Simpson for hurricanes or Fujita-Pearson for twisters. Considering different reviews of historical extreme wave impact and field experience, the scale was divided with the first half oriented to describe the impact on activities from low to high, and the second to describe structural damages from lower to higher damages. Additionally, categories 1 to 3 will describe every year condition, but category 4 and 5 will describe exceptional condition. The prefix M has been proposed to distinguish each category, which I will now describe. M1, combination of wave and tide in which the entrance to the sea is dangerous, affecting the normal development of aquatic activities. Caution should be exercised in inshore activities. Water comes out occasionally on beaches. M2. In this condition, performing coastal activities is dangerous. Beaches are flooded frequently and low erosion occurs. In structures, overtopping occurs occasionally and it is in low quantity. M3. Here, approach the wet area is dangerous. Beaches have erosion close to the usual maximum. Coastal structures have frequent overtopping causing minor flooding, and damage to fragile or provisory structure is observed. This is similar to the maximum annual event. M4. In this case, beaches erode more than in a normal year. Massive structures show damages. Water leaves the border of the beaches and property are flooded. This is an exceptional event, so the evacuation of the coast is suggested. And 5, the maximum level. Here, structures are severely damaged or destroyed. Persistent overtopping generates flows in structure and streets, significant damage or destruction of property. This is similar to the structural design event, so the evacuation of the coast is necessary. Considering this proposal, people can get rapidly an idea of how much will be a marejada event. But defining criteria for its implementation in a forecast system is necessary. So in this case, the proposal is incorporate probabilistic parameters related to the local behavior of these variables that could represent quantification of the impact produced by marejadas. Here, run-up, overtopping, beach erosion, or sand erosion, and armor element damage could be considered. Each of them has many criteria for its quantification and depends on local wave condition, water level, coastal characteristics such as geometry and materiality. So each of them could be analyzed from a probabilistic point of view, and the following thresholds are proposed to delimit each level of this scale impact. Percentiles 95, 99 can delimitate categories M1 and M2, and the return periods 2, 5, and 25 years can delimitate categories M3, M4, and N5. This proposal was implemented in Sistema de Alerta de Marejadas or Marejadas Warning System of Universidad de Valparaíso, obtaining a warning tool that evaluates hourly every 6 days for the next 7 days on the forecast for each coastal zone defined. This tool gives people information about when, where, and how much about incoming marejadas, allowing people to prepare to face its possible impacts, reducing their disaster risks. In case of authorities, a global lookout allows identify easily the hotspots of a forecast event to focus help where it will be needed. This proposal was launched in December 2018 in Valparaíso, and since 33 events were categorized and communicated to the population until now. In the figure, it is possible to observe the categorization expected per site in the continental coastal zone. In some cases, the marejada warning didn't cover all country, and category M3 was more frequently in the north of Chile, especially with events generated in the North Pacific. Antecedents collected in the field, media, and on different institutions show that the categories have been incorporated to the daily communication routine. And even many people don't remember exactly what type of impact expect with each category. The use of it for their own processes allow them to easily identify when they have to prepare themselves to face a marejada event. This experience shows that the impact scale proposed could be implemented in every part of the world where impacts on the coast are mainly explained by waves and where the tide or sea level just contribute to the wave damage potential. Finally, I would like to inform you that a Chilean funding was won to take a deep review of this proposal, considering field measurements, physical and numerical models, and institutional and citizen participation. This project will be developed with the Chilean Navy, the Chilean Office for Emergencies, and other local institutions, so I expect to show you new results in Australia in the next ICC. Visit our project in marejadas.ub.cl. So that is all. Thanks for your attention.